What do voice actors, and I'm a cheat, G.K. Bose, Ben Britton, Greg Chun, Chris Cooley, Roger Clark, Cam Clark, Ivy Dupler, Sarah Elamele, Andy Nanjuk, Leilani Jones, Wilmore, Amelia Tyler, Neil Ross, Vivian Liu, Sal Lopez, Christian Lands, Matt Yang, King, Matt, my bad, Sissy Jones, Bill Ratner, Maya Murphy, Gavin Hammond, Dave Fenoy, Melissa Medina have in common that they're all in this game. Rosewater, a point-and-click adventure game set in the 19th century alternate world of Lamplight City. Embark on a journey with Harley across the frontier with her ragtag gang of compadres as you encounter bandits, eccentrics, visionaries. Friends become foes, and foes may become friends. All that sounds dope, but is Rosewater worth 5 minutes with an indie?
All I'm saying is people spend all this time complaining about the AAAs when you have all these amazing indies.
What's poppin'? It's your boy B Green, and we are back with another episode of 5 Minutes with an Indie. You already heard them gunshots and air horns because it's a good thing. We are here to talk about today's sponsor, Poggers. Make sure you head over to poggers.com. Use code GREEN on all items and save 10%. Poggers, we gonna get you right. But no, that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is the game Rosewater. Rosewater, a point-and-click adventure game that is set to deliver on a promise that your actions will have consequences. That things that you say and do might come back to you. This game, fully loaded with over 50 professional voice actors, is one of those games where if you play it, I think you're going to be singing its praises for a while. Right now, Rosewater is available on Steam for $19.99 as of April 15th. You can head over there and also download the demo to give it a go. I'm excited. Y'all know me as a voice actor. Y'all know how I ride games that take shortcuts with voice acting, especially games that are... That's a brand. Especially games that are good. That's another brand. Shout out to Grundislav Games. How to play, interact, scroll list, open inventory, cutscenes, inventory, diary, talk to, multiple. So this is a point and click game. So we know how point and click games are, right? They're games where if you have a good story, it don't matter what I'm pointing and clicking. Just show me where to go. Yeehaw. Now this game has such a...
Boarded the 743 from Pierre-Lorraine for Rosewater, Western Vespuccia. No baggage to speak of, in the literal or metaphorical sense. Just a little hope. And that doesn't take up much space.
Ain't that true? Starring Maya Murphy as Harley Leger. Also starring Gavin Hammond, Matt Yang Kim, Christian Lands, G.K. Bose, and Leilani Jones Wilmer.
Much has been said about the Western frontier. The perilous wilderness, the lawless towns, and the tough, hardened folk who make their way out there. Usually to get away from something worse. I suppose I'm about to become one of them myself. There's just one thing Rosewater's got that no place else has. An opportunity with my name on it.
Programming, art, and animation, Francisco Gonzalez. Composer, Mark Benis. You kicking ass, Mark. I hear it already. Story and writing, Francisco Gonzalez and Jess Haskins.
The thoughts in my head are running together like the landscape outside the window. Excitement and trepidation and boredom mixing like the scrub and rocks and soil into one long blur.
Script editing, Jess Haskins.
One thing I know, I am ready for a change of scene.
A game by Francisco Gonzalez. Shout out to Francisco. Western Vespuccia, the town of Rosewater. 1850.
Huh. Quiet.
Howdy, ma'am. Allow me to extend the warmest of welcomes on behalf of the town of Rosewater and its inhabitants. Folks call me Jem. And who do I have the honor of greeting?
Harley Leger.
Delighted to make your acquaintance. Might I assist you with your luggage? That is, if you've got any.
I don't.
Ah, right. Well, what brings you to our fair town, Mrs. Leger?
Well, I'm just passing through.
Miss. And I'm just passing through.
Yeah, that's pretty much everybody's story. If they come here at all, things keep going this way and I'll be out of a job soon.
Actually, I'm looking for work here myself.
This isn't quite the bustling frontier gateway I was expecting to find, but I heard there was an opportunity at the Rosewater Post.
So you're what, some kind of reporter?
No, I'm well, I write.
Say, I thought you said you were just passing through.
Can't a body keep some things private? You want my life story? Wait till I publish my memoirs.
Geez, I was only asking. If you found a way to make some money here, good for you. But as official town greeter, allow me to offer a small caution. Rosewater ain't always such a sleepy little town.
Hey!
Say, I've just remembered another engagement.
This
just
how
ha-
you welcome new arrivals?
They just tried to hit me with the
I have a
do-si-do.
mind to give you a thrashing. All right, enough of that. Look, I was no choir girl.
But I never cried as much as you.
But I didn't start blubbering when things went south. Word of advice, kid. Don't pick your mark in broad daylight, especially not at a lawman's doorstep. Go on, beat it, or I really will give you something to cry about.
I like Harley Leger. You little badass.
Where in the ether is that damn publisher's office?
All right, let's start our timer. That's 5 minutes with Indy. Let's go check out the sheriff's office.
Howdy, stranger. Fresh off the train?
Yes, sir.
Come on in then. Let's have a chat.
I feel like it's kind of crazy they had the guns right there next to the
I'm
door.
Sheriff Gamble.
Harley Leger.
Pleasure. Just passing through, or?
I'm here about a job.
Well, now, that's refreshing. Few come to Rosewater these days with the intent of staying long. How are you finding our town?
The welcoming committee leaves a lot to be desired.
I can't say much for the welcoming committee.
Beg pardon?
I wasn't in your town but 2 minutes when I was accosted by a pair of gutter snipes. They should thank their lucky stars I was in a good mood.
I keep telling Jim to stop with that town greeter malarkey, but that boy's got a head harder than granite. I've been too soft. I ought to throw him in lockup until he gets his head on straight.
Trust me, that'll only make things worse. Besides, I don't think they've yet written a statute outlawing vexatiousness.
You've a forgiving nature, Miss
She
Leger.
got a lot of big words.
Anyhow, welcome to Rosewater. If you run into any more trouble, come and see me.
Yes, sir.
Those are some stern-looking ladies. Hey, Sheriff?
Huh?
Who are the people in this photo?
Those are my sisters, Lord bless them. Sadie died a few months after this picture was
Aw.
taken. I'm grateful to have this to remind me of her smile. Irma's a real sweetheart.
Irma.
Don't think I ever met a kinder soul. I hope she's doing well. Mary was always my favorite. The trouble we used to get into when we was kids.
Reminder, confiscated items to be placed in the box below. What's in the bag?
Oh, that's a set of lockpicks I confiscated from a would-be burglar.
So point and click games are interesting because like, you can't have a point-and-click game that's worth its own weight in Vespuccian vanilla wafers if it ain't got a good story to it. And seeing how this game is already starting, I see that there's gonna be a lot here. Then you add in the voice acting, like we gonna have some things here. This is gonna be one of them games where we're gonna be able to play for a while.
Oh, hello there. Don't think I've seen you around before.
Just arrived in town. Name's Harley Leger. And you're Dr. Sedgwick?
At your service. Welcome to Rosewater and to my clinic. Anything in particular ailing you today?
My man ran over with them. He had them hips to the side. Got anything to drink? It's hot out there.
Could use something cool to drink. It's hot as blazes, and I am this close to having a conniption.
You'll want to visit the Jack of Diamonds at the end of the thoroughfare. My stock doesn't offer much in the way of refreshment, I'm afraid.
Wouldn't expect to hear a doctor prescribing a visit to the saloon.
A sarsaparilla or weak beer, drunk in moderation, can be a perfectly healthful and thirst-quenching beverage. I'd recommend it over water in any case.
Cheers, Doc. Whoa, who's that? You look hot. Not like hot like sexual, but hot like it's mad hot outside. She was wearing mad clothes. Let's go see what they saying about this job. Damn! She look crazy. Ignore him. Walk into the office. Timer.
Hello, can I help you with something?
I'm here about the writing commission.
Ah, yes, you must be Miss Leger. I believe you and Joni exchanged some correspondence on the matter already, yes?
Yep, got the letter right here.
May I see it, please?
How do I go to my inventory? How do I go? Oh, select.
Very good. Oh, one more thing. Joni's not one for formalities.
Hey.
First names will do.
Noted.
Go up those stairs and knock.
Thanks. What's your name?
Henry Dixon, ma'am. Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
Shout out to Henry Dixon.
Come in.
Oh, she threw.
Hello, Joan.
She threw
I'm
that
Harley
out?
Leger.
Ah, yes. Nice to finally put a face to the name. Please take a load off.
She's Irish.
Whiskey?
Bit early for me, but thanks all the same.
Sensible. I like that. I, however, have had a morning, so if you don't mind.
Cheers, Joan.
Say, have we met before? Something about you seems familiar.
I don't believe so, no.
Well, let's get down to the meat and potatoes, shall we? If you're going to join our little family here, I'd like to know more about you.
I'm gonna give her a succinct biography.
Me? Well, I was born and raised in New Britannia. Got out, made my way west, and started writing. I saw your ad while I was up in Pierre. Thought a change of scenery would do me good.
Well, admittedly,
No bueno.
Rosewater isn't as cosmopolitan as it used to be, but maybe you'll find it to your liking.
There hasn't been a dull moment since I stepped off the train.
Speaking of, your writing sample had me in stitches. Haven't spent much time in Lamplight City myself, but your descriptions of the toughs in Lyon, hilarious.
That piece was inspired by my last visit a few years ago, actually.
He said I'm about to go
What brought that
call the
about?
cops right now. I hadn't been in a while.
back in a while. Just revisiting some old haunts.
I hope you weren't there for the Lamplight City Expo.
Oh, no, it was before that.
The Expo disaster was a national tragedy, of course. But you know, I can't help remembering it as the week our paper sold more copies than it has before or since. Isn't that terrible? But enough about that. Let's get back to why we're here. I loved your sample, and I like you as well, Harley. So I'm going to go ahead and offer you a commission. I'll pay you 45 crowns for it. After that, we can talk about more regular opportunities.
Well, I'll be hot damn fantastic.
Well, I'll be. So, what's my assignment?
I'll take that one.
A scathing commentary on Rosewater's decline? Or maybe a hard-hitting expose on the plight of the marginalized criminal youth?
Oh, no. Nothing like that. I want you to interview Gentleman Jake Ackerman.
Who?
Oh, the other one.
Levi's father.
You've been living under a rock. He's a true Western legend. The Achilles of our times. We've got a real opportunity here. Star like that landing in our little town. I'd like something in the vein of your sample. Acerbic and mordant. But maybe not quite so acerbic.
So,
A puff
a
piece.
puff piece.
Good, you're paying attention. I want you to make Rosewater look good too. Show me a real frontier hero in a real frontier town.
Where can I find this Jake fellow?
He's taking rooms at the Jack of Diamonds just down the road. And his show is opening today at the Opera House. So he should be around for an interview. I don't know how you're situated here, but you're welcome to use the typewriter in the office.
I only write longhand, but I'd certainly be grateful for a quiet place to work.
Longhand. How charming. Now, if you have any questions before you go, by all means, ask.
Who was that man that went out your window?
So, who was the man that went out your window? Not another writer, I hope.
Oh, God, no. You're the only applicant we've had. Don't worry about him. Just a rabble-rouser with an axe to grind. Thought he could burst in here railing about my journalistic integrity. Most folks stick to writing letters to the editor. I tried to calm him down, but... well, it didn't go that way.
I
Damn.
see.
You said the Rosewater Post covered the Lamplight City Expo?
The Rosewater Post reported on the Lamplight City Expo?
It was only the biggest story that year. I've still got copies of the article saved. Here, read it for yourself.
Do we want to read this? This is Matt reading. We ain't about to read this.
Can I keep this?
Frame it if you like.
We can read it later. Okay. What can you tell me about Rosewater?
Any insight you can give me about the town?
It's a far cry from what it used to be. In a way, it's nice not having to hear the noise from the saloon at all hours, but... oh, I don't know. Folk who moved on took some of the charm with them.
Tell me about the townspeople.
What about the folks who stayed behind?
What about him?
I was hoping for more details.
Far as you're concerned, the only person in Rosewater worth knowing right now is Jake Ackerman. If you're so keen to know about the rest, go meet him for yourself.
Well then, fuck you then.
I'd best be on my way.
Right you are. Wait a minute.
What?
It's just come to me. I know why you look familiar. You're Spitfire Harley.
Goodness. It's been a long time since anyone called me that.
I saw you
Who the
fighting
hell?
back in 26 at Wellesley Hall in the Chum. You took out a brute twice your size with a right hook. Pow! It was like watching David bring down Goliath.
Oh, she got
I
hands.
appreciate the kind words, but that was another life.
Maybe so, but for a 14-year-old kid fresh off the boat, it was pretty damn inspirational.
Thanks, Joan. Appreciate it.
Of course. And please call me Joni.
She got hands. Let me find out.
See you later, Joni.
Take care of yourself out there.
Spitfire Harley.
Spitfire Harley, writing for my paper.
Who
I
would have
don't
thunk
that
it?
just beat all.
Excuse me?
How can I be of assistance?
What can you tell me about Rosewater?
What's to know about this town?
You picked a fine time to arrive, Miss Leger.
Why is that?
A few years back, you could hardly drive a wagon through the street. It was so full of folk coming and going. I'm sure you've noticed that's no longer the case.
What happened to all those people?
So where did everyone go?
Wherever the Orem actually is would be my guess. There's still some prospectors hanging on, convinced they'll find something everyone else missed. I'm sure they'll all come to their senses eventually.
If they all go, where will that leave you?
Why, getting by, I imagine. Peaceful, quiet life. The railroad still brings some traffic. Folks on their way further west are shipping goods, although not as many as before the transcontinental airship line opened up. Easier to sail clear over the country than ride the rails halfway. Suits me fine, though.
Transcontinental Airship Company. Are they like big ass steampunk blimps? Who was that man that fell out the window?
Anything I should know about
Damn
the
it.
townsfolk?
Can't really help. I'm just a simple...
Exactly who?
I have devil of a fellow. Just, he wouldn't be put off, but said he intended to lie. Suppose Joni didn't take too kindly to...
Been working.
Oh, about 5 years. Was a farm. Keeping books is much nicer than tending cow pen.
Those are some might.
Oh, what? The missus tells me I ought to shave, but
As you should. I'll leave you to.
appreciate it.
I'll lead you to your work.
Was your meeting satisfactory, ma'am?
Quite so.
What was your
Did you
meeting?
find any of those butterscotch sweets I asked for?
Afraid not. Only taffy and some peppermints.
Pity. This place seems to lack even the smallest of pleasures. Shall we?
Who the hell was that?
Baby, I just wanna thank you. I can never hate you. Oh, you might be single, well, that's great. I like to date you. A 10 is what I rate you. Thank God for who made you. No better way to praise you. I appreciate the love, love, love. Thank you for the sauce, sauce, sauce. I appreciate the love, love, love. Thank you for the sauce, sauce, sauce.
Shout to you, Act. Shout to you, Act. Shout to you, Act. Always holding your brother down. Bang bangs. Bang bangs. What's this button do? Imagine
Now that is mighty tempting.
Imagine never going into a place and then going into a place and just being like, I'm gonna press this button. That'd be kind of crazy, right? What's this guy doing here?
Excuse me, kid. I need to get upstairs.
I'm really sorry, miss, but Mr. Ackerman's not taking any more meetings right now.
In August, I'm as normal as blueberry pie.
But I'm from the Rosewater Post.
I'm here on behalf of the Rosewater Post.
Did you make an appointment?
No, I just got the assignment.
Okay, look, Mr. Ackerman's upstairs getting ready for his show. It starts in less than an hour. Why don't you come by and watch? You can come meet him afterwards.
I just need to interview him for a newspaper article.
Well, now, that's perfect. If you're going to write about him, you should definitely see the show. Trust me. He's a...
Suppose it beats waiting around here.
Okay, let's go back in town. This game is called Rosewater. Developed by Grundislav Games, published by Application Systems Heidelberg. It's a thrilling Western adventure in the alternate 19th century world of Lamplight City. You're tasked with embarking on a harrowing journey across the frontier with Harley Leger and her ragtag posse, encountering bandits, rebels, visionaries, eccentrics, and many more. Friends, foes, all of them come across your path on your quest to fame and riches. So the appeal to this game is a traditional full-fledged point-and-click game where your actions have consequences. It harkens back to the classic point-and-click games of yesteryear, with over 50 plus voice actors providing lines to make this less of a reading adventure and more of a hearing, audible, theater of the mind adventure. It's interesting.
Betrayal, murder, revenge, classic stuff. Never works out that way in real life.
This man tried to rob us
You
when we
again?
got off the truck.
Hey,
Train.
Harmony, was it?
Harley, what in the ether are you doing here?
Oh, you're not still sore about earlier.
Nah, but your little friend might think twice about hoodwinking strangers again.
Look, nothing personal. My brother and me are just doing our best to get by.
You just walked away when your brother got caught?
Your brother? And you just strolled away? I ought to knock you into a cocked hat.
Hey, you gotta look out for number one.
You picked the wrong mark, but I can let that go. Hell, with a little effort, you two could be halfway decent grifters. But if there's one thing turns my stomach, it's disloyalty. That's your flesh and blood. If you don't have your own brothers back, who else on this wretched earth is going to give a flip if you're alive or dead?
You made your point.
That's a good point.
Now, can we drop it already? I'm trying to do an actual legitimate job here.
What job?
Legitimate job? So you're not selling snake oil or stock tips or fire insurance?
Nah, nothing like that. I'm selling tickets to Gentleman Jake's legendary Wild West show. Only 20 coppers.
Wait here.
I look for... Wait a minute. You can't just go in there without a ticket.
Why not?
Wait here.
I look...
Okay, so I can't get a ticket to this show.
Dr. Bennett Clark, Master of Ethericity. All right, the Ethericity fell.
Okay, so that means I gotta at least do some work, which means I gotta at least do my story, which means I can't go into there until I write this damn story about.
Business seems slow.
Until I write this damn story about Jake, the whoever the hell his name is, Ackerman, Jake Ackerman. Oh, just go upstairs. What he gonna do? He gonna stop me? He can't stop me. This is point and click, not point and stop.
Gentleman Jake's show will.
He stopped me.
The local populace.
The local pop. I'm gonna hit the button. I'm gonna hit the button, guys. Let's hit the button. It's a dumbwaiter.
Food delivery.
It's a dumbwaiter.
These seem to be for These seem to be.
Okay, so nothing else going on here. I have to go to Jake's show. Okay. Who the hell is this? I like that you can. I like that you can speed shit up by just right-clicking.
What do you need?
Can I write about something else?
I don't want to seem ungrateful. My style is more observation. I don't know that that's.
We're talking, aren't we? If you want to write for this paper, you're simply going to have to stretch yourself beyond what you might. Besides, it's not as if you have to say anything particularly brilliant. Finish this assignment, and maybe the next.
Okay.
I'd best.
Right, yeah.
She ain't got nothing to say to me. She ain't gonna give me no money. She ain't gonna give me no
See you later.
startup fees. She ain't gonna let me hold something. No, none of that. I think it's kind of rude. Let me ask my man Dixon.
Excuse me?
I'd love to chat, Miss.
Don't let me do.
Oh shit. My bad. Excuse me. Let's see what's at the Vespuccia Railway. Can I just get on a train and just get the hell out of here and go back to... No. They said... They said no.
Miss Leger.
Hey, Sheriff?
What can I do you for?
Bro, today's been one of them long-ass days. Today's been one of them long-ass days, and... Oh, I gotta get up early tomorrow. How long you been the sheriff here?
Just how long have you been the sheriff here anyway?
Oh, a couple years now. Like most everyone else, I came to Rosewater in '48 when we thought the hills were full of Orem. Except I stayed when it turned out they weren't.
You were a prospector?
Yep. But it turns out woman was a more stable career.
Did you hear about that guy who got thrown out the window?
Were you aware that a man was thrown from the window at the Rosewater Post?
Is that right? Who was it?
Never saw him before. Looked New Spanish.
Is he alive?
Hell if I know. I didn't want to get involved. But he was gone when I came back out. So he must have crawled away or something.
Sounds like I need to have some words with Joni.
Damn, did I just dry snitch on Joni? My bad.
A man in your position must have plenty to say about the town he serves.
Suppose that's true. But a stroll down Main will tell you most everything you need to know.
Let's ask about the townsfolk. What do you know about Joan Gallagher?
Can you tell me about Joan Gallagher?
Whew, I've yet to meet anyone with a more fiery temper. My advice is to stay on Joni's good side. You don't want to end up going out the window like that poor bastard.
What's there to know about Doc Sedgwick?
Is Doc Sedgwick on the up and up, or is he one of those frontier quacks?
Oh, no. Doc Sedgwick's tried and true. Well, he saved the town from a yellow fever epidemic just last year. The doc's pretty much the glue holding this town together. Leastways, that's what he's fond of telling everybody.
Okay, Doc. Anything you can tell me about Gentleman Jake?
What's the story with Gentleman Jake?
Which one? If even half of them are true, he's a lion among men. A real Western hero, but you can catch his show while he's in town and hear it straight from the source.
Who was that fancy older lady I saw leaving the
I
saloon?
saw a lady coming out of the saloon earlier. She was older, fancy looking, sounded old country. Any idea who that is?
Can't say it rings any bells. Wonder what someone like that'd be doing in Rosewater.
What else is there around here?
Anything of interest in the surrounding area?
Not really. The San Bernardino Valley don't offer much in the way of sightseeing. There's an army fort, Fort Beaumont, and an abandoned relic that used to be a laboratory. There's also an Indian village on the other side of the valley. But you'll want to steer clear. I've heard tell they can be real territorial. But all that's outside my jurisdiction. When you leave my town, you're taking your chances out there.
Thanks for the chat, Sheriff.
Come back anytime.
Well, again with the kitty. With the common summer cat. Let's go to the blacksmith.
Looks sturdy, but there's some... This path...
Yeah, so there really ain't much else to do right now. What's... Oh, shit. It's the dude who fell.
See, you've gotten a new patient since my last visit.
Indeed. Had a nasty fall from the Rosewater Post's second floor window.
Yes, he
Never
did.
a dull moment around here.
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, I wouldn't try talking to him just now, Miss Leger. I gave him a mild narcotic to numb the pain.
Oh, you're gonna be out all right. That boy going through it.
Hey, Doc.
Miss Leger.
Is your patient going to make it?
What are this fellow's prospects?
Surprisingly good. He's only suffered some contusions and abrasions, nothing broken. There isn't any reason he shouldn't be up and about by tomorrow. It would have been a different story if he'd landed on his head. The Lord smiled upon him today.
Too bad the Lord didn't smile before he went out the window.
Damn. All right, well, the Lord's about to smile on us wrapping this up. Because this is a game where there ain't about to be no, like, good point to stop this. And the timer went off a minute and a half ago. So let's assess. Rosewater, okay? This is an interesting game because this is not a game that I feel... This is a game where if you're going to try to take this game on, yo ass got to be equipped with a Steam Deck. Like, you got to be equipped with something that could allow you to put the hours into this game, because this is a game that's going to demand it. And in this day and age where it's hard to kind of feel like you're getting your dollar's worth from a game, that's a good thing. Now, if you aren't a fan of point and click adventure games, if you aren't a fan of, you know, these kind of not slow but methodical and intentional storytelling games, then you might be turned off to it. But I ask you, give yourself an hour and a half of just time to lock in. Don't be distracted. Don't try to stream it or, you know, play it while you're also on your phone. Like, give it some time. And what's going to happen is you're going to find yourself thinking about these characters when you're not playing the game. And that's, to me, is a telltale sign of a good game. But what the hell do I know? Goopy, you let us know. Is Rosewater by Grundislav Games worth 5 minutes with an indie? He's right. He's right. Make sure you check out last week's 5 minutes with an indie, which you can get to by clicking over here. And don't forget, indie games is what make the world go round. I will catch you on the next one. This is Rosewater. Go cop it. Peace.
All I'm saying is people spend all this time complaining about the AAAs when you have all these amazing indies.